Hello, hello, hello. I realized I did not close my door. Cash, can you close that door for me? Anyway, welcome you guys. Welcome back, my Astro family. In today's video, we are diving deep into the cosmic energies as Mars retrogrades. It's going to move through the passionate sign of Leo and the emotional water sign Cancer. Okay. I am a Cancer sun. So, okay. I resonate with that. If you caught yesterday's video on Mars entering Cancer, you already know the emotional roller coaster of emotions that we are going to be dealing with, introspection and action with reevaluating some um, actions and goals. But that's not all. I'll be sharing detailed horoscopes in this video for each zodiac sign. I'm going to be pulling some tarot, of course, with my favorite tarot deck, and also politics, current events. I got it all here. This is a part 2 of the video that I did yesterday. So please check out that video and then come back and check out this one. If you want to know the details of Mars and the sign Cancer, and also if you want to know Mars retrograding, how that will affect you. Okay, so let's get started. It annoys me because my notes kind of freezes, but whatever. I want you guys to know everything. I got a lot of things, not everything, but I got a lot of free stuff in the link below. If you cannot see the link, just click the website and it will take you there. I have a free reading just for you. If you want a free reading, I have that for you. If you want a free reading to learn how to read tarot, I have a free tool down below to teach you how to read tarot. Also, if you just want a reading, book a reading for me. So, also newsletter. Please sign up for my newsletter. It helps me stay in touch with you in case YouTube decides to take me off. That I will stay in touch with you that way, and it's free. Also, you get a newsletter of the weekly report. You get all the information in just like a simple email, and it narrows it down for you. Also, please. Now, this is something that I do want you to do is to subscribe. Please, that helps me. It helps me out so much. You have no idea. Please subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and thumbs up. I know some of you are like, but I'm new. Why would I subscribe if I don't even know what you got to do? If you know, if you're good at what you do, stay tuned, and then please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, and also click that bell. That helps really. It helps me with my YouTube videos that I watch, so it will help you as well. But do your due diligence. Thumbs up this video if you love astrology. If you love my outfit, or if you're excited that you're getting a free horoscope reading. Yes. Okay. So let's talk about the current event. Actually, this one, I want to talk about the shooting. Am I allowed to say that word? I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that word, but let me. I wasn't prepared actually, but let me share my screen on this so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, it's a New York Times article. That is annoying. Okay, let's see. Let me see. What is it called? Georgia shooting? School shooting. Okay. Let's see. Are any of these articles free? Okay. Georgia school shooting, what we know so far. Can you see this? Yes, you can. Okay. So the subjects, I need to fix this ratio of me. Oh, but then I'm covering it too much. Oh, it is just okay. That's better. Okay. Anyway, back to this article. Georgia school shooting, what we know so far on the suspect, victim, and more. Without getting too detailed because it is a little bit graphic, 4 were killed, 9 injured. I think a 14-year-old came. Details are emerging about how it happened and the identity of the suspect, 14-year-old Colt Gray. The gunfire was first reported around 10:20 a.m. This is important here. This time, when I pull up the chart, I will show you at this high school, roughly 45 miles away from Atlanta. The call came in from a teacher. Witnesses told local reporters that they heard banging followed by loud booms as students and teachers scrambled to hide. Who were the victims? The victims were identified as 14-year-old Mason. I don't want to say the last name because I don't want to. Shermer Horn and Christian Angulo, and two teachers, Richard Aspinwall, 39, and Christina me. I don't want to butcher the last name, 53. Yes, it's very sad. I would play the video, but oh, they have a GoFundMe for the donations. It is so sad. 9 people were injured, including 8 students and 1 teacher. Authorities said they were all injured by gunfire in some capacity, and all are expected to recover. So that means that they were probably shot at too. The daughter of one of the 9 injured victims, golf coach David Phoenix, said her father's hip was shattered after he was struck in a foot. Was the father there? In a Facebook post, she said he was in stable condition. Maybe this is the daughter of the teacher. Anyway, but yes, it is really, really sad, you guys. It is so sad. Okay. So I want to talk about the astrology of that. So let me pull up my chart here. And good morning. How is everyone doing? It is morning for me. I will save this. But it is morning, so I don't know if you're watching this in the morning. But yes. My son is on the phone with his girlfriend. If you can hear that, please let me know. Anyway, okay, but let's get on to this chart here. Okay, so this was yesterday, okay? And I want you guys to understand the importance of degrees. Okay, so we're talking about the shooting that is the current event. You know what I forgot to put? Hold on, current event. Yes. Okay. So I want to explain. I only have one current event today, but I do want to explain the time of this current event, and I want you to understand the degrees. So if you look at here, Mars is in the sign Gemini at 29 degrees. 29 degrees, a very crucial degree. Mars is also, I mean, all the planets are very important, but I'm going to explain why this video is so important and how it can be destructive. Okay. Mars. Okay. I think we know that, but some of us don't. And so we're going to have patience for the people who don't. But how this is relating to a school shooting, okay? First of all, I want you to understand that Mars in a 29 degree is a crucial degree. Crucial degree means it has to hurry up. Something big could be happening, something important, and it's very intense, okay? Well, more intense when it hits 0, but this is a crucial degree. We're at 0 today, but this is like hurry up, something has to be done. And in a sign Gemini is very anxious anyway. Okay, so Mars in already in a crucial degree. And what does Gemini represent? Gemini represents schools. It represents early education. It represents the youth. It represents Mars represents shooting, guns, and killings. Okay, so when you have the two together and you have it at a crucial degree, what do you think is going to happen? Also, what happened with this is that Mars yesterday, okay, mind you, the reason why I said the time is because if you would have went one more hour around PM, it turned into Cancer. Now everyone is worried about the kids, and there's motherly energy versus like the kids, to focus on the kids and attacking the kids. Now there is attacking that one kid, and I'm not saying people were attacking that one kid, but the Mars in Cancer, which we discussed yesterday, is about protecting your children and protecting your family and protecting your home. So immediately after the shooting, it became Mars in 0 degrees, which also is a critical degree. 0 degrees is a critical degree. 29 degrees is a critical degree, and 15 degrees is a critical degree. Okay, so at the same time, here we have Mars. It is squaring Neptune. Okay, this also I think is related to the shootings that we had. The shooting that we had yesterday, the square aspect between Mars can also create confusion, being lost in a sauce, lack of clarity when achieving some goals, and some misunderstandings. Also, killing. shooting. Okay, remember, this is the planet that is about shooting and guns, and this also in a sign of Pisces is about endings. Okay, death also as well. Okay, so you have that. So potential for sudden unclear aggression. Why did it happen? This doesn't make any sense. Influence on mental instability. Also, there could have been some substance abuse happening with this Pisces energy. Also, this kind of represents, in a nice way, crazy. Okay, insanity. Apparently, from what my husband told me, that the FBI have been looking at this kid who was who killed the kids yesterday for a long time. He was like on the FBI list. So anyway, but there's difficulty in controlling or predicting outcomes, and this is violence and death. Okay, so I wanted to explain that Mars in Gemini also was quincunx Pluto. You see, that's a 29 degree. That's a 29 degree. Here we go. And I told you what 29 degrees already represents. This is relating to the shooting yesterday. Okay. So hidden motives and obscured intentions, unpredictable and explosive conflicts, anger, power, guns, anger, power. Okay. Difficulty in understanding or preventing a certain situation also happens with this. Difficult to manage because it's involving two signs, Capricorn and Gemini, and they don't relate to each other whatsoever. So there's scattered energy. Things are not methodical. Things are not moving slow. Things are moving fast, but it's whenever there's a quincunx, it's not comfortable. There's tension and there's like lost in a sauce because they can't even relate to each other. Okay, so that is what you have. Let me have a sip of water. So that is what you have with the shooting. And, you know, my prayers are out to everyone regarding the school shooting. It is very, very sad. Let me pull a tarot card for everyone who is watching. Oh, a card kind of just fell out. Okay. We have the Knight of Brooms. You guys stay strong, be courageous. Okay. The Knight of Brooms is someone who is very strong, very courageous, very bold in their words too, like not afraid to speak up, not afraid to do, very action orientated. Okay. And that is what we have for just this event there. I just wanted to pin that out because it happened yesterday while I was on live, so I couldn't talk about it because it was currently happening, but it did happen. Okay, so now let's talk about did I put this up? Here are now we're going to talk about Mercury. Not Mercury. Now we're going to talk about Mars retrograding. And these are the dates, okay? Screenshot the dates. They are very, very important. And remember, I just discussed how Mars affected the school shooting. Okay, so Mars is not here to play. Okay, it's not here to play with y'all. These are the dates. September 4th, Mars enters Cancer. I discussed that yesterday. October 5th, Mars is going to retrograde pre-shadow phase. The pre-shadow phase retrograde starts October 5th, meaning that we will probably start to feel the beginning rumblings of it. Okay. November 4th, Mars enters Leo. December 6th of 2024, Mars starts to retrograde in a sign Leo. January 6th, Mars re-enters Cancer and is retrograding in a sign Cancer, January 6th. Okay. February 23rd, 2025. And, you know, if you didn't know, January was 2025. Mars is going to station direct. However, the post shadow phase, and it will enter Leo April 17th, but the post shadow phase ends May 1st. So May 1st is when we are fully out of the dust. Okay. October 5th is when we will start feeling the dust of this Mars retrograde. Okay. I want you guys to understand how important that is. Now, before I get into the details of what Mars retrograding is, and the politics, please, there is a word from my sponsor. Hello there, my beautiful souls. I am Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Are you ready to take your spiritual journey to the next level? Introducing Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club, your exclusive getaway to daily insights, cosmic guidance, and so much more for just $4.99 a month. As a member, you'll receive daily readings designed to align your day with the universe's energy. Start each day with clarity and confidence. Do you need a personal reading, or do you want to have your astrology chart read fully? With being a member, you also can enjoy exclusive discounts on all my offerings just for our elite members only. All for just $4.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. Join Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club today and elevate your spiritual path. Okay, so now I'm just going to talk about Mars retrograding, just the planet, okay? Not the sign, just the planet, okay? First of all, Mars, um, uh, I'm reading my notes like, why is it gibberish? Why didn't I highlight some stuff here? Anyway, but Mars retrogrades, it will impact our drive. It's going to impact our motivation. It's going to impact the way we handle conflict, the way we assert ourselves, okay? When it retrogrades, that means it's not acting normally in how we like it to act, okay? Especially Mars and Leo. Talk about get ready for some conflicts. Anyway, but I'm jumping a gun. But we will have to reassess, reflect, redo, remember. Just know that the RE words are the same when Mars retrogrades, not just when it's retrograding in Mercury. Okay, all retrograde planets, the RE words, redoing, especially with Mars, you're going to redo. Okay. Now, reevaluating actions and goals is going to happen anytime Mars is retrograding. There's delays, there's frustration, and there's conflicts. Again, for the people in the back, there's delays, frustrations, and conflicts. Okay. Internalizing your aggression and your anger. For some of us, and I say us because that's me too, who their anger, you express them outwardly with no problem. There might be some internal acting like you're like, what's going on? You're suppressing your anger, you're irritable, you're passive aggressive. Instead of controlling your issues head on, there's a tendency to avoid direct conflict. This might help some people though. But this could lead to a buildup and cause some internal tension. So be aware of that. It's important to find healthy outlets with anytime you're frustrated, such as like a physical activity, maybe creative expression, especially when Mars is in a sign Cancer, to prevent any emotional or physical burnout. Be ready for that. Now, anytime Mars is retrograding, anytime in any sign, you're revisiting some past conflicts. Maybe you had a conflict with a Leo. Maybe you had a conflict with a Cancer. That's going to be revisited. Get ready for that, okay? And maybe some conflicts in relationships. Health and physical energy levels. That might be different, okay? You may be experiencing low energy, especially when you have it in Leo. Leo is a fire sign that likes to get it started, it likes to get it going. Cancer is also a cardinal sign that likes to get it going. However, Leo is fixed sign, but Cancer is a cardinal sign, so it likes to get things started, and that may be slowing things down and getting something started. Leo likes to stay the same, but the passion and the drive of moving forward may be lacking. Okay, so low energy levels, being very fatigued or lack of motivation, it could be increased. Okay, now there could be some accidents or injuries, particularly in engaging any physical or demanding activities, especially when at Mars is retrograding in Leo. It's very important to listen to your body, prioritize rest and recovery. Recovery is great for Mars retrograding, and avoid any overexertion while Mars is retrograding. Okay, strategic planning and reflection. Mars retrograde is ideal for strategic planning, rather direct action, because Mars is retrograding. Instead of just doing, why don't you think first? That is great. Okay, impact on specific areas in life. Okay, depending on the zodiac sign, depending on your horoscopes, we're going to get into that and see how it's going to affect all of us. Okay, learning ways to use your energy wisely is a very important. So avoid starting new major projects while Mars is retrograding. So while Mercury is retrograding, and maybe you guys don't know, I don't know, I'm just going to tell you, you don't sign contracts or you double read everything. Now, Mars is the action planet. It's the doing, it's the achieving your goals. So avoid starting any new major projects. Be mindful of any frustration or anger Again, be mindful of any frustration and anger. Okay, so if you are trying to do something in the home, because Mars in Cancer, and when it's retrograding in Cancer, don't do any home improvements. Just write it down, create a Pinterest board, okay? Reassess relationships and conflicts, especially when Mars is in Leo retrograding. Reassess that, prioritize rest and self-care, and prepare for the future when it comes to any type of action. Okay, that is what we have when Mars is retrograding in any sign. So let's get into this details of Mars retrograding in the sign Cancer. But first, it's going to retrograde in the sign Leo. Now I want you to understand that this is going to happen while we are voting in America for the election. Leo also represents presidency and leaders. Let's see how that turns around. Oops. People are texting me and I am on live now. Okay, I can't answer that. Okay. Now Mars enters Cancer September 4th. Remember, I just did a video on that, so there's that. Now Mars typically stays in each zodiac sign for about 6 to 8 weeks, right? However, during this duration, Mars retrograde periods would occur approximately every 2 years. So we 2 years overdue. You know, I got a nose piercing while Mars was retrograding in the sign Aries. Why did I do? I knew better. I knew better, and that sucker it still is an issue. Okay. So be aware, but that was about 2 years ago. I think Mars was retrograding in the sign Aries. When Mars is retrograding and can stay in a particular sign for several months, it could stay into a sign in like for 6 months. And if you notice, if you looked at the dates, here, Mars is retrograding all the way until, I mean, the energy is going to stop May 1st. It's going to start October 5th, in May 1st. So this is a long doozy that we're in for. Mars retrograde cycle approximately every 2 years, lasting about 10 to 12 weeks. I said that already. Okay, the rulers of this Mars while it's retrograding is the sun and the moon, the mother and the father, the sister and the brother, the male and the female, the masculine and the feminine. I just want you to understand the conflicts, because Mars represents conflicts that we will be having. Men versus women. Women versus, if you are a man and Mars is retrograding in the sign Cancer, get ready for some feminine male problems. Okay, Mars is already a masculine sign, but I would think that now the men are going to be acting real feminine, and like, you know, I'm using a nice way of saying, but some bitch ass activity. Okay. Warning, disclaimer about that right now. Look for but you want to look at the rulers of it, right? So Mars, and when it's retrograding in the sign Leo, which will be retrograding in the sign Leo first, we're going to look at the sun and what the sun is doing. Okay, what aspects of the sun having? When I'm doing these videos weekly, if I say the sun is squaring this and Mars is in retrograding in the sign Leo, get ready for some backwards activity. Okay. Also the moon. The moon, now we had the eclipse and we should be fine, even though eclipse energy lasts longer, but the eclipse is September 17th. Remember, this starts October 5th. But looking at the moon, and we're talking about full moons and new moons. So December 14th, we have a full moon in Gemini. That's going to affect this retrograde. December 30th, new moon in Capricorn. January 13th, full moon in Cancer. January 29th, new moon in Aquarius. February 12th, full moon in Leo. But wait, let me see. When it goes to Cancer, okay, so it enters Cancer retrograde. So we're not going to be worried. We're going to be worried about the full moon in Cancer, the new moon in Aquarius, and the full moon in Leo. Okay, those are the full moons and new moons that we really, just 3 of them, okay, that we really have to worry about. So get ready for that. And that is some important details. Now, Mars entering Leo is going to happen November 4th. And enters Leo, and Mars entering Leo, you know, I will do its own video for that, for the people who love the details of what I do. But Mars entering Leo November 4th, we're going to be really increased in confidence and boldness. But remember, we're already feeling the residuals October 5th of this retrograde, but November 4th it enters Leo. So increased confidence and boldness, focus on creativity and expression, romantic pursuits, and intensifying romantic pursuits. A surge of energy far as like life and really physical energy. A lot of Mars and Leo are athletes, okay, but exercise and sports and activities that require stamina and strength. It makes me think of that guy who was racing. Who was that? The black guy in USA Olympics, and he said he had COVID. I was like, that guy has some Leo energy because he was really dramatic before and dramatic after. Anyway, as we sip that tea, yeah, but a lot of physical activity and the heart. Leo rules the heart, so a lot of burnout with the heart. A lot of burnout, heart related issues due to overexertion and stress. Get ready for that when Mars enters Leo. Get ready for that. Impact on leadership and politics. I'm going to go into details on how this is going to affect Kamala and how this is going to affect Mr. Trump. Okay. But Leo represents leaders. Leo represents celebrities. Leo represents children. Leo represents influencers, even though I see Uranus operating with that energy and Aquarius operating on that. But I just want you to understand stars, celebrities, people on stage, okay? Leaders and politics. So let's see how the public figures may take more assertive, or maybe there's more controversy. There's going to be some more drama because Leo also represents the drama, y'all, okay? Financial and career moves. Mars and Leo can motivate people to seek recognition in their promotion at work. So a lot of talents, a lot of pitching new ideas because there's creativity and there's also leadership at the same time. Okay. Now, so a lot of negatives here. That was the overall blanket, but Mars in Leo is going to be ego clashing, conflicts, feeling overconfident, taking overconfidence and the risk taking at the same time. Good luck with that. Okay. Need for attention and validation. Everyone look at me, 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 me. A lot of jealousy and resentment and frustration with that. Everyone look at me. And that could put a strain on a relationship. You know, it's like, I am tired of looking at you, but that's what we're going to get November 4th, starting November 4th. Impulsive action and reaction, because Mars and Leo doesn't want to have the patience, even though it's a fixed energy and it likes to stay the same. However, Mars is driving and it's got the fire added to it. So get ready for that. Okay. Excessive pride and arrogance. You imagine that lion, Mars and Leo, November 4th. The pride and the arrogance that is going to happen. Get ready. Do not say I didn't tell you. My way or the highway. This is how I do things. This is how we're not going to compromise here. Get ready for those compliments, okay? And are they going to admit their mistakes? No, because there's pride in achieving what they're trying to achieve. Be careful of the conflict. Be careful of the stubbornness. Just get ready for it. And it's going to be unnecessary conflicts, okay? Burnout, physical strain. I said that earlier if I did not, okay? Dramatic overreactions. I've discussed that. Challenges in leadership and authority. Jealousy, possessiveness in relationships. That's also friendships. Get ready for that. Potential for public outbursts, okay? Mars and Leo, remember, is on a stage and it's very bold and it's very courageous, but sometimes it's reckless in action because it wants to make that bold statement. Public figures might make controversial moves that backfire. Ooh, let's see what Trump happened. Trump, if y'all didn't know, is a Leo rising. So let's see if that affects him. I'll get into that a little bit later. Now, Mars starts to retrograde in Leo December 6th. So everything I just discussed with that negativity, oh, baby boy, watch it get more intense. Now, it's going to retrograde. Let me show you. Okay, so we have what is the date that I just said? December 6th. Okay, so we're going to go to December 6th. And we're going to show you exactly when. It says it's going to retrograde officially 3:32 p.m. And that happens at 6 degrees. Okay. 6 degrees, if you did not know, is a Virgo degree. Virgo is all about cleansing. It's all about diminishing. It's all about organizing. And I know you're like, well, I'm confused. How does that relate? Because a lot of people who don't know astrology, I just want you to know that everything's connected. The stars, the trees, the wind, the universe, the small down to the atom. Okay. But I want you to understand that the degrees could affect what's going on with the retrograde. So we know that Leo, everything I just explained, the drama, the leaders, the politics, people on stage in conflicts, right? So you know that part. Now it's retrograding starting at 6 degrees. Now, when it retrogrades at 6 degrees, now we know that's a Virgo degree. So something needs to be clearing out. Something needs to be diminished. Something needs to be organized. Something needs to be efficient. Okay. Now, I remember it was a Virgo degree when the governor of California had a he had some type of conference at in San Francisco, right? And he had a conference, and it was in a Virgo degree, but the signs Virgo wasn't anywhere, but the degree was in Virgo. And what happened was he got rid of all the homeless just for a day. It was some Neptune Pisces, Saturn and Pisces kind of thing, but he just got rid of it for a day. But that shows you that how the degree affects it. So get ready for it retrograding, and it's going to be at 6 degrees in Leo, which is a Virgo degree. So something will either be clearing out, something will be efficient. Virgo also represents work and order and routines. So let's see what happens. Or is there a conflict with a routine? Let's see if that happens. Okay, now the Sabian symbol for 6 degrees, which you round up into 7 degrees. So 7 degrees in Leo is the search for meaning, trying to determine the origin or cause of things in order to avoid dealing with them in the here and now. Okay, trying to avoid responsibility and at the same time blaming it on the cosmos or something external to self. Okay, the answer lies within. Look within during this retrograde. Now, I want you to also understand when a planet retrogrades. Let me see how I can do this really fast. Okay, so we're going to hide all these things for you so you can see, understand the cycle of what we have going on here. Okay, so now I'm just showing you Mars, right? And what happens, let me make sure you can see it. Okay, so what happens November 6th, and I'm going to do this in a weeks, maybe months. We'll try weeks. So what happens is that you see it moves backwards. It's not supposed to move backwards. It's supposed to be moving this way, but now it's moving that way, right? And it started at 6 degrees. Okay, so now it's going backwards. It changes to rising sign, just ignore it. But now it's moving backwards. And now when it's not in red, it stops being in retrograde, which is around March something. I said the day earlier, right? So now it's not in retrograde, and now it's going to move forward. And what happens when it moves forward? For who has their hands up? I'll answer it for you if you guys don't have your hands up. But what happens when it moves forward is that we have to redo the steps that we were doing. So now it's going back all the way to 6 degrees. And we're redoing all of the steps, okay? Redoing. So it stops retrograding here. And now we got to repeat the steps to get back to 6 degrees. And when it gets back to 6 degrees, that is when we're fully clear out of the retrograde, which is really May 1st. Okay. I just want you to understand. Let me put all my planets back. Put them back. I hope I always need to learn and know, and a visual thing always helps me. Anyway, okay, so yes, so that's what we have, and I want you to understand that is why anytime a planet is retrograding, we're repeating the steps, we're relearning the steps. So another way that I can explain it, and I'll just explain it real quick because you probably already understood just from that example, is if you are walking to the store, right? You're walking to the store, la 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 la. Now, for some reason, God, because yes, it is God, right? God. Oh, I see that I have bad internet connection here. So I'm hoping you can audioly hear me through the audio very clearly. But God said, now you got to redo it. And you can't redo it. Well, you have to go backwards. And you can't walk straight backwards. Now you got to walk backwards. That is hard because my eyes are in front of my head. And now Mars has to do something that is not quite comfortable doing. Mind you, I've discussed this in a video yesterday. Mars doesn't like to be in a sign of Cancer. So not only is it going to retrograde in a sign of Cancer, but it doesn't like being in a sign of Cancer because Cancer doesn't like to do things direct head on anyway. So it's going to be a lot of pent up aggression for the collective anyway, but you're walking backwards, la, 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 but you can't see if you're going to step on the poop on the ground. You can't see if a dog is barking. So there's a lot of things that are very uncomfortable because you're very uncomfortable walking. Whoever walks backwards in a public street, well, in the mean streets of LA, okay? Streets in LA used to be glamorous and beautiful, but no, it's the mean streets of LA, okay? But now when you're walking backwards, you are walking backwards, you can't see, you're making mistakes, you're stepping on poop, you tripped over something, you bumped into a tree, you hurt yourself on a fire hydrant. You get the point, right? And now you did all that. Now you can walk straight forward and you can see. And now you have to redo the steps because you got to go back to the store. So now you're walking straight forward. You know that fire hydrant is there. So you dip around the fire hydrant. You know the poop is there because you stepped on it walking backwards. So you jump over the poop. The lessons have to be redone. Okay. Okay. Now let's get into what Mercury. I'm so used to saying Mercury. Let's talk about what Mars retrograding in Leo looks like. Okay. I'm just going to throw some things out here. Okay. We're going to be revisiting some leadership. Maybe you will be evaluating who you consider in politics. Okay. Maybe the leader is not as confident as you think. Okay. But confident issues. Okay. Leadership. Leo rules leadership, confidence, and self-expression. During this retrograde, we might be reassessing who we want our leader to be. Okay. There could be some insecurity and some doubts, some personality abilities that's like, they don't seem quite confident. That could be happening. Reconsidering creative and passionate projects. This is a personal thing, right? Leo represents creativity. Leo represents your passion. And it's like, I'm not, I don't want to be an artist. By the way, can you guys see my I have an art easel. Someone asked me, what is behind you? I have an art easel. At the end, if I remember, I'll get up and show you what I'm working on. Anyway, confronting ego clashes and power struggles. Okay. Leo energy combined with that Mars is very assertive and can lead to heightened ego clashes or power struggles, especially if there's ones that are strong or someone who doesn't want to admit that they're right or maintain control. So get ready for that. Internalized action and reactions, potential delays and frustrations. Remember, I said that that's for any Mars retrograding in the sign Leo. There's going to be, not in the sign Leo, in Mars retrograding period. There's going to be delays. There's going to be frustrations. Okay. Now, when it's in Leo, there's going to be ego clashings. There's going to be conflicts. There may be some physical fighting. Again, physical fighting, health consideration. Again, with the stress, Leo also rules the heart. I want to know, are the athletes going to pass out because of their heart? That could be happening. Take care of your heart. Okay. Maybe go get checked up. Do that before Mars is retrograding in Leo. Eat some healthy food regarding the heart. What is healthy for the heart? Let me Google that. We're going to Google that for everyone, including me, real quick. Food that is good for the heart. Okay. If you guys are Googling fish, if you're allergic to fish, then you can have lean meat. Okay. Eggs, nuts, seeds. It says soy products. We have, in America, we got enough soy. Ligaments. Did I say that right? Kidney beans, lentils, chickpeas, black-eyed peas, lima beans. Okay. Let me see. Walnuts, almonds, oranges, avocados, dark chocolate, low fat yogurt. I actually like a fat yogurt, regular yogurt, cherries, dark leafy greens, and I said the beans. Okay, so you guys do it. Take care of your heart now. Okay. Now reevaluating romance. If you are single, you don't have to be single. You could be, I'm married. Okay. Any type of romantic things that's going to be coming up, and there's going to be a reevaluation of it, okay, or redoing, or maybe some conflicts. Maybe you're gonna be dating that Leo from the past, okay, and it ain't gonna work out, because I feel like if it's in the past, leave it in the past. Public persona and reputation, there will be a review of that. Remember, Leo likes to be on the stage. Leo governs, like, everyone look at me. Leo, the ruler of Leo is the sun, okay? So what does the sun like to do? I don't have a light coming from here. I just want you to understand how powerful the sun is. I do not have a light. This is the window. This is the sun. Okay. And the sun is so powerful. It never acts to shine. And it is the ruler of Leo. And when you have it ruling Leo, that means people are like, oh, baby, you don't have to ask me to get on the stage. I'm going to get on the stage. It's going to be a little bit too much of that. At the same time, maybe there's a reevaluating of how big is your ego? Do you need to pipe it down a little bit? Or what about your public reputation? Maybe the way you are perceived from others needs to change. Okay. Avoid unnecessary conflicts, please. Reflect before acting. Embrace reassessment, because remember, we're doing all the re words in a sign. Anytime a planet is retrograding, have patience because there will be delays, and protect your heart and your well-being. Okay. Now when Mars enters Cancer, okay, and it's going to be retrograding in Cancer, let me sip my tea. I'm going to explain what that's going to look like, and that's going to be January 6th. Okay, let me show you the dates while I take my sip again. I should probably do that. I cannot stand the sound of sips. I'm drinking tea and water, okay, for hydration. Look at me. I'm trying to take care of my health. Here, hold on. I shouldn't be doing by the mic drinking. Anyway, okay, but let me tell you what it looks like in Cancer. So that was everything retrograding in a sign Leo. Let me tell you what it looks like when Mars is retrograding. And I apologize if I ever say Mercury, because Mercury retrogrades so much, and Mercury will be retrograding while Mars is retrograding as well. I think in the sign Sagittarius. But let me just tell you, Mars retrograding in the sign Cancer. Okay, anytime you have Mars retrograding in the sign Cancer, and I do invite you to check out my video that I did yesterday of Mars in the sign Cancer, because then you can understand this a little bit more, because this is more detailed. And I will do a video separate on Mars just in Leo as we get a little bit closer. Anyway, but Mars retrograding in the sign Cancer, emotional reassessment, internal conflicts. Okay, Cancer is deeply emotional. It is so sensitive. Okay, and when you have Mars retrograding in that's some emotional wounds, some family issues. What is it from the past that you are not letting go? Okay. Unresolved conflicts. People feel more introspective, leading to inner or emotional battles. Okay. Passive aggressive tendencies, 100% with Mars and Cancer. Cancer energy likes to be calculated. I'm not saying if you're a Cancer sun, because someone told me that and I was like, I am not calculated, but the Mars in Cancer, okay, could be a little calculated. At the same time, there is some mood swings. Be aware of that. The passive aggressive behavior, instead of controlling and confronting the issue, they rather just keep it in, sulk, be moody, and be indirect, and that causes a lot of frustration. So be ready for that for the collective, everyone. Okay, reevaluating boundaries and defenses. Cancer is known to be protective. If you know, tarot, Cancer is a Chariot, and it's sitting there with its home in its back, and it's moving forward. Okay, but when Mars is in Cancer, it's about protecting the family, and the home in the Chariot is on its back, so it has its family. Anyway, but you maybe need to reassess some boundaries. Okay, now challenges with motivation and action. Cancer lacks the motivation a lot of times because it's dealing with the emotions. So be aware of that. Home and family dynamics are going to be under review. Again, we're talking about mom too. Okay, could be dealing with some fertility or womb. Cancer also represents the breast, so be aware of breast issues. I can only think of breast cancers, but that could be happening. But it represents family dynamics, and that also could be under review. Health, considering your digestion, the stomach, the womb, fertility, being a mother. Be aware of that. Retreat and self-reflection could also be happening because you want to be in the comfort of the home. A lot of people probably will be more homebodies while Mars is in Cancer, but not in a good way, because Mars in Cancer retrograding is like you too much at home. You need to be out. Maybe some people are like, I don't even want to be at home. That could be happening. Okay, or maybe the whole, because Cancer does represent safety, and that could be an issue. Maybe the home isn't safe. Maybe the home isn't giving you the foundation. There's going to be a reevaluation of that. Potential for resurfacing of old issues. Cancer likes to look in the past. Cancer is always looking backwards. I mean, anyone who has some Cancer signs, they cannot let go of the past, especially the moon in Cancer. If you have a moon in Cancer, God bless your heart. Hold on. Why is he knows I'm alive. Okay. Anyway, but if you have a moon in Cancer, the emotions are so stuck in the past. So be aware of that, because Mars in Cancer is that you are addressing the past, maybe not addressing it, you might be pinning it up, but the issues from the past are going to be coming up and probably affecting how you achieve your goals. Again, Mars in Cancer retrograding, you're going to be trying to achieve your goals, but something from the past could be holding you back from achieving your goals. Old emotional wounds, unresolved family disputes, issues related to one's sense of security, belongings may resurface. Be aware of that, okay? Avoid any passive aggressive energy. You people just try to avoid it, okay? Reflect before reacting, reassess family dynamics, practice emotional self-care, be mindful of your health and diet, especially when it comes to any feminine energy, because Cancer is a feminine sign. Anything dealing with fertility, Leo also represents fertility, so fertility is going to be a big issue. Just want to address that. What else? I'm trying to think of all the health issues. I said the breast, I said the womb, that's Cancer. Fertility is also Leo, and the heart is dealing with Leo. April 17th, it will re-enter into Leo. And May 1st, 2021, post shadow phase, retrograde phase, we're in. Now let's talk about, we are going to talk about the aspects. And let me bring this back to stage. And we are going to talk about what Mars is going to be doing, y'all, with all the other planets. Okay. We got some big doozies. Okay. And I'm going to start off with October. Remember, I said October 5th is when we are going to start feeling it. Okay. And I'm going to start off with October 24th, because that is the first aspect that I see. And actually, it's a sextile. Okay. So Mars, where's my Mars at? Mars is going to sextile Uranus. So expect the unexpected, be flexible. Sextiles are kind of mild. Okay. There is good energy, but you have to actually do the work. So be aware of that. I'm trying to see. Hold on. No Worcestershire sauce. Oh, I get, okay. Go to another store. My son doesn't know how to grocery shop. Go to another store or ask a worker. Shout out to all the moms who are training their kids to be adults. Okay. Yes. Just so you know that also we have, so sextile is work that you have to, it's positive work, but you have to do the work. You like, it's not going to just land on your lap. Now this will land on your lap. Okay. On the 26th, we have Mars is going to trine Neptune. This is so positive, even though we have this retrograde energy, but you may be inspired. There may be some creativity, emotional and spiritual healing could be happening, heightened intuition and sensitivity. A lot of you guys who probably don't feel like intuition, this is water energy. Okay. Look, this is retrograding too. But this is water energy. No, this is not Neptune. Where's my Neptune? Sorry. And this is retrograding. Look at all the signs. First of all the planets retrograding. Look at all the reassessments and readjustments we have to do. This Saturn is retrograding, Neptune's retrograding, Uranus retrograding, Jupiter is retrograding. Get ready for all the plot twists happening, just so you know. Anyway, but when it's trining, there's active service and compassion. Oh, I was saying that water signs are very intuitive. Now, if you're someone who doesn't even practice intuition, it doesn't matter. For some reason, you're going to be like, I have a feeling that this isn't right, and your intuition is going to be right. Okay. Follow up with your dreams and aspirations. This could be romance too. This could be positive. Okay. With romance, dream work, inner exploration, gentle assertion when trying to achieve things. Okay. But remember, Mars is post shadow retrograding. So it could not be as easy to achieve it, but it will be working. Now, during this post shadow phase, we're going to move until November 1st. And during November 1st, crucial degree. If you are just joining us from live, you probably didn't hear that I talked about the current events. And what happened was the shooting that happened yesterday in the sign Gemini was at a crucial degree. And it was also affecting this quincunx of Pluto. Anyway, but these are both crucial degrees. So this is going to be pretty big. Okay. don't want to say pretty big, but it will. Either there will be something big in the world or something big with you. If you are a Cancer sign, if you are a cardinal sign, this is going to affect you. Okay. Cardinal signs are my Libras, my Aries, my Cancers, and my Capricorns. Okay. Now, this opposition means that they can't see eye to eye, and they're at a 29 critical degree. Again, critical degrees are 15 degrees, 29 degrees, and 0 degrees. So this is at a critical degree. Something needs to close up and it's in a rush and it can't see eye to eye. That's when oppositions. There needs to be a balance between the Capricorn energy, which is very structured and kind of very like calculated and goal orientated, versus the feeling and intuition sign. Okay. So power struggles and control issues. Mars in Cancer is driven by emotions, while Pluto in Capricorn represents the power and control, and also in a planet of transformation, while it's retrograding post shadow phase. Remember that. So intense emotions and confrontations could be happening here. There could be some jealousy, some possessiveness, transformational growth through conflict can happen. There could be some healing that can happen if you're able to see the middle ground, releasing emotional patterns, challenges with authority figures. Get ready for that. Capricorn also represents establishments, structures, so like the police, the government, people in buildings, corporations, institutions that you're like, I'm getting an email from this company that's telling me I can't pursue something to help my family or to help my mom. Okay. Rebuilding foundations, intense motivation for change, potential for crisis and rebirth. This represents rebirth. Okay. This also represents death. So there could be a challenge of rebirth and death when trying to achieve something that also represents birth, not necessarily birth, but being a mother. Okay. But yeah, I'm saying that this is a doozy. This is going to out as you know, we get closer to November, I'll get more detailed with this, but I just want you to know that's a doozy. Now on the 12th, I think it's going to, where's my, okay. Does that happen before the 12th? Hold on, let me see. Guys, now I have to use the restroom and I'm on live. So we're going to have to do a commercial break real quick. But first, let me see. Yeah, I want to talk about the nodes. Okay, so now this is squaring. Let me see. Sextile. It's trining the nodes. Is it trining the nodes? Not really. Okay. Oh, wait. Did I miss it? No. This is me. Yeah, I missed it. The 4th. Go back to 4 degrees. I like to be exact. Sorry. And this is retrograding. Okay. So this is sextile. This is squaring. This is trining. Oh, this is positive, right? I didn't have this in my notes, but these are the nodes, right? This is the north node, the south node. It's going to sextile the south node, which is work that you have to do in releasing some partnership or something that's not bringing you harmony. So there's something that you need to release, but there's something that is going to, you're going to obtain in the future for you pursuing your goals in the future. And it's pertaining to the self or being courageous or doing something new. Okay. Yeah. And it's in the sign Leo. So being bold and being on the stage while trying to pursue something that new. This is internal. Also because it's retrograding and reflection. Okay. So yeah. Now as we move to December 12th, let me actually do the weeks. As we move to December 12th, okay, Mars, right, retrograding now. It's retrograding. It's going to oppose Venus. Okay, so here we go. Right now, the man and the female is not getting along, right? Men are for Mars, women are from Venus. Isn't that, I don't know the title, but you get what I'm saying. Conflicts between individual desires and collective values, okay? Challenges between relationships and social dynamics. Heightened tension in creativity and self-expression, because this is the self, this is a little selfish, this is a collective, this is the group, and there's support with the group, but it's not seeing eye to eye because people are being selfish. Maybe there's a leader versus, okay, because we're talking about politics too, because we're dealing with leaders now. Maybe there's a leader in government not working quite with their party now, and the party is trying to support them, but they're not seeing eye to eye. This is around December. Now, this can be a little bit before December, like December 5th, okay? Oh, I didn't talk about the election, actually. Let me just see what we have around election day. Okay, the 11th, we have that it's 2 degrees. That's fine. Anything 2 degrees. I mean, the nodes. it doesn't look like it's going to hit anything. It's still opposing this Pluto of power, the leader. So that could be happening. Now the election is going to be at 11th, but remember, right before the election, ooh, this could be affecting the election. What I was talking about, this Pluto aspect of power, that's November 11th. That's going to be affecting the election. Okay, be ready for that. Now, but back to what I was saying, December 12th. December 12th, that's what I was on, right? December 12th, of the opposition of Mars and Venus. There could be social and political movements challenging the status quo. Get ready for that. It's not a crucial degree, and I'll talk about Kamala and Trump in a minute. Balancing passion and detachment and innovation. Now, on the 2nd of January, Mars is also going to be opposing Pluto again, because now it's retrograding back. This is going to be power struggles too, leader versus the group. Everything that I just discussed earlier, this opposition looks like it lingers. Okay, it goes away a little bit, but then it comes back. But there's power struggles within a group, within a party, within a team. Conflict, transformation through confrontation could be happening. Someone could be confronting someone in the group or the party, and maybe there's some healing here. Collective shifts in society norms, psychological intensity for some deep work regarding the selfishness or the creativity or the celebrity. It makes me think of Blake Lively. Also, too, I want to say that Leo energy, whenever there's Leo energy, it always involves Taylor Swift for some reason. She has something, she was born around something with Leo. I don't know if she has any Leo in her chart, but I know she had to be born maybe through Venus and Leo retrograde. Something always happens to her. So let's see how that happens. I'll have to look at her chart. Anyway, January 4th, Mars is also going to trine the nodes. Again, it's repeating the steps we're redoing. Remember, it was doing it at first, and now it's backing up and redoing it, but now it's retrograding. So again, our life purpose, aligning actions with our life purpose. There's courage with the Leo energy to pursue our personal goals and our spiritual goals, opportunities for leadership and personal development, revisiting past actions, because we did this before. Now we're revisiting it, okay? And to realign with our destiny, because the nodes are about what are we supposed to achieve in this lifetime and what are we supposed to release in this lifetime, okay? And it's sextileness and it's trininess. This is something that's going to land in our laps, okay? And this is going to be around January 4th. It can start January 1st, okay? Harmonizing personal desires and collective evaluation. Looking at our creativity and what our passionate pursuits can be happening. Now, this is positive too. On the 12th, in the midst of all these arguments, we do have some positivity. However, there's going to be a lot of reevaluations and redoing. January 12th, we have Mars is going to trine Neptune. Remember, we had this at first. And we're repeating it. For the people who did not get the lesson the first time, we have to redo the lesson. God gave you the blessing, but you ignored the blessing. So again, using your intuition, your compassion, enhancing some creativity. Are you sacrificing? Are you being of service? Are you practicing compassion? Are you using your imagination? Opportunities for emotional and spiritual healing, heightening a sensitivity of psychic awareness. Great time to get a reading, by the way, especially if you need a reading and achieving something. Because the Mars and Cancer wants to achieve something in a home or with the family, or just it's something you want to achieve. Okay. What else do we have here? Compassion, action, altruism. Doing something for the group and not something for yourself, okay? Because now we exit that Leo selfish energy. Softening of aggressions and tendency. Notice how I softened my voice. That could be happening, okay? But follow your intuition for the second time. Engage in creativity and spiritual practices for the second time. Practice some compassion for the second time, okay? And heal some emotional wounds, especially if you have some emotional wounds here. Neptune also represents things you cannot see, things that are very unclear. Neptune also represents endings and deaths or end of a cycle. And something is going to work out for you achieving this, like an end of a cycle or a closing of something can be happening. Be mindful of boundaries because there's no boundaries here. Okay, let's see what else we have. Now, here we go. We got January 15th, which is Martin Luther King's birthday, and it's my son's birthday. And on Martin Luther King's birthday, this is how you can remember it. We got an opposition, okay? And now Mars in Cancer is not getting along with the sun. The ego and the drive, which is almost the same thing, they're not seeing eye to eye, okay? Now, Mars is in Cancer, retrograding, and the sun is in Capricorn. Those are polarizing signs. All the oppositions are polarizing signs. But again, Cancer is all about the home and relationships. Capricorn is about your business, your career, and your work. Okay. And it's not working. Okay. So tensions between relationships and authorities or authority dynamics, revisiting your past and emotional wounds, balancing personal desires between the collective responsibilities. Capricorn is all about responsibilities, and Cancer is like, how do I feel? Saturn's like, that's not responsible. Who cares how you feel? Okay. Increased irritability and defensive behavior, opportunity for emotional growth and discipline could be integrated together. Remember, oppositions want to see a balance and they're not seeing eye to eye. Okay. What else do we have that is on the 15th? On the 23rd, we have Mars in Cancer is going to sextile Uranus. Now, remember, I told you sextile. We did this earlier. I think we started off with this. Sextile is work that you have to do, and it's going something flexible, something new, something out of the box, something that could be dealing with the internet, okay, in the future. Could be working for you, but you got to do the work, okay? And this might be hard to see, but this is the second go around, okay? I'm going to remind you weekly when we get here, like, okay, this is the first time, y'all pay attention so you won't repeat it. Now, Mars in Cancer is going to oppose Mercury that same day. Here we go. Opposition, okay? Again, not seeing eye to eye. So thinking and communicating, especially thinking and communicating in infrastructure, or thinking and communicating in your future goals, is not working with the home, okay? Tensions between emotional responses and rational communication. Miscommunication and emotional misunderstandings, internal conflict between emotional desires and logical decisions. Okay. What else do we have? Challenges in managing conflict. Again, with communication and thinking, revisiting past emotional communication patterns. Why do I keep saying communication? Because Mercury is the planet of communication. Also, this is thinking. Also, this is traveling, short trips. Okay. So maybe a short trip to work, or maybe a short trip to a structure or a police or something. A uniform energy is not seeing eye to eye with home and your emotions. Okay. Difficulty balancing sensitivity and practicality. That is what we have. Let me see. What else do we have? This is January. Let me move my things down. January 23rd. I set those on the 25th. This is positive. Okay. On the 25th of January, then Cancer is going to trine, not Cancer, Mars in Cancer is going to finally trine Venus. So all these oppositions, the opposition we had before, now something's going to land on our lap. Are we going to get the support that we need to get? Okay. Emotional desires with compassionate love. This is going to be love, 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 love anyway. Okay. Emotional healing could be happening, enhanced creativity, especially when it comes to expressing stuff from home. Okay. Softening the aggressions I said earlier, but now this is really going to trine is things we don't have to work on. It's going to land on our lap. Okay. Deepening of a romantic or spiritual connection. Now, this is Pisces. Pisces is like, it's almost like someone comes to you with a very spiritual aura, and it's going to work for you and your safety in your home and your emotions, okay? Or something from the past. Deepening, what else did I say? Increased sensitivity and intuitive awareness. Great time for a tarot reading. Great time to do your own tarot. Great time to be like, God, send me a sign, and the sign comes. Okay. Yeah. Embrace your emotional and spiritual healing. Channel your emotions into creative outlets. Practice compassion and communication. Not in communication, but just like practice being compassionate in doing things. Okay. And also trust your intuition. Now, on the 9th, we're almost finished here with, and then I'm going to pull some tarot. On the 9th, here we have Mars And again, a positive aspect is going to trine Saturn and 18 degrees. 18 degrees is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Wait, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Back at Virgo, okay? Yeah, so this is a Virgo degree, and there's something with cleansing again and diminishing, and it's very, very positive, okay? When you have Mars and Saturn trining, that is your goals for the long term and achieving them. Now, this is something we will have to redo though. This is something that is retrograding. Saturn's not retrograding, but trying to achieve them won't be as easy. So you got to use your intuition, especially with these water signs. Okay. Yeah. So something that seems very practical, you're going to be able to achieve them emotionally. Okay. Strategic and patient approach to challenges. Saturn represents limitations and challenge. And for some reason, this limitation and challenge is going to work for you. Saturn also represents hard lessons that you may not be able to see, hard lessons that may have caused some confusion is going to work for what you achieve. Okay, so opportunities for emotional and spiritual maturity. Saturn also represents maturity, it represents time. And it's all going to work for you in achieving your goals, maybe long-term goals. Okay, building strong foundations, manifesting dreams through discipline and persistence. Okay, now on the 23rd, see, so it's not all bad, but get ready and pay attention to the conflicts, okay? On the 23rd, this is also going to work for us, right? This is another trine, and it's going to trine what we're thinking. Mercury in Pisces. Look at all these planets in Pisces. That represents death, ending, chaos, delusion, spirituality, things you cannot touch, okay? UFOs. Get ready for all the alien discussions in. But when on February 23rd, now it's all intuitive and very intuitive conversation and pursuing the things that we feel, enhance creativity, opportunities for emotional and mental healing. Okay, a lot of intuitive decisions. How do you feel? This is the decision I should do, and it will work out for you. Trust me. Okay, communication in relationships, communication with home, communication with mom, all that would be great. Communication with anything that makes you feel safe, bridging the gap between your dreams and action. Yeah, so that is what we have. Let me pull some tarot, and then I'm going to discuss the politics. Okay, so we're going to pull some tarot, and then I'm actually going to have to run and use the restroom, because remember I had to use the restroom. Okay, I'm going to pull this bottom card because I just saw it. This is everything we need to know for Mars retrograding in the sign Cancer, Mars retrograding in the sign Leo, just Mars retrograding. What do we need to look for as a collective? What advice do we need to have as a collective? Okay, this is a collective reading, and I will do the individual reading too. Whenever I see the last card. Okay, here we go, y'all. Here we go, yo. Here we go, yo. That's what made me think of. Okay, so Bo knows this. But okay, let me not stop. Let me stop. Anyway, here we go, you guys. We have the High Priestess. Okay, this card basically represents using your spiritual wisdom. Okay, this is the highest emotional spiritual wisdom you can seek. This is almost like, you know how you see a psychic, or you see someone, or you meet someone, and they are so emotionally in tune because they feel it, they don't use the words. This is it. This is someone who can feel the energy in the room. God is saying to use your intuition, to use the things that are not tangible when achieving things. Don't look for tangible results. Go off of what your intuition is telling you. Use your intuition, use your emotional and spiritual wisdom. And what does that look like? If you need to read the Bible, I don't know what you're reading, the Torah, the Quran, whatever it is. If you need to do a cleanse, okay, what is it? Yeah, someone who fasting. If you need to fast, whatever it is, you need to tap into that spiritual wisdom while Mars is retrograding in both sides. Okay. Now we have the Knight of Cups. This is someone who's very compassionate, someone who is like all about the romance and love. You need to practice compassion and love. Now, you may have some romantic endeavors. You may be revisiting a person from the past. Now, this is not upside down, which would be reversed, which would be retrograding. This is in the upright. And when it's in the upright, it's saying to go ahead, do the romance, also be a lover, also tap into the intuition. This is double intuition. Cups represents water. Water always represents your intuition and spiritual aspect, right? So when it comes to Mercury retrograding, focus on the love, focus on the compassion, be someone who is emotionally mature and has the spiritual wisdom. Lastly, get ready for the disillusionments. Get ready for, oh, there's so many options I cannot choose. Get ready for the materialism. Leo could be a little opulent. Mars and Leo could be like, I'm spending too much money because I'm very gaudy. Okay, I didn't even address that, but the card is like, call that out, Danyell. Okay, be ready for the materialism. Be ready for like, oh my gosh, I have so many options. A lot of options can cause confusion. And when there's confusion, what do you need to use? Let's go back to the first card. You need to use your intuition. Okay, so be ready for too much options. Get ready for too much being deluded. What is the word? The delusion. Get ready for the delusion. Always practice using your intuition and spiritual awareness. Okay, now that is what we have for the collective reading. Now here's a word from a sponsor, and I'm going to use the restroom. If no one is sitting here when I get back, that is
hello there, my beautiful souls. I am Danyell Carmelita, your favorite tarot reader and astrologer. Are you ready to take your spiritual journey to the next level? Introducing Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club, your exclusive getaway to daily insights, cosmic guidance, and so much more for just $4.99 a month. As a member, you'll receive daily readings designed to align your day with the universe's energy. Start each day with clarity and confidence. Do you need a personal reading, or do you want to have your astrology chart read fully? With being a member, you also can enjoy exclusive discounts on all my offerings just for our elite members only, all for just $4.99 a month. That's less than a cup of coffee. Join Danyell's Astro Tarot Elite Club today and elevate your spiritual path.
I made it. Mars and Gemini, don't play with me. I had to get lotion too. Okay, so let's talk about, are you ready for it? Okay, so first, who we going to talk about? We're going to talk about Miss Kamala. We are going to talk about how Mars is retrograding, going to affect our special people. Okay, we have a interest in them, and yeah, also too. First, let me just say, if you are a member of my club, okay, go ahead and let me know, who do you want me to analyze their chart and their current transits or predictive astrology for? I was thinking of doing Justin Bieber. Listen, it could be anyone. Go ahead. Don't put it. You can put the comment down below, but if you are a club member, you get to vote, and I'll put that video up for anyone. Okay, but let's talk about Miss Kamala first, right? And let's bring her chart up actually and see what we have for her. And let's see what we have for this retrograde. I'm actually going to go now, and I think I'm going to go, we'll start with December 6th, actually. Okay, so what we have here for December 6th is Mars is going to, first of all, Mars is going to retrograde in Leo in her third house. Now, why is it not showing this? Do I have the wrong dates? Oh, I didn't even do December. I'm in October. Okay, so December 6th, Mars is going to retrograde. See, it starts to retrograde at 6 degrees. So it's going to retrograde in her third house. What does that represent? The third house is all about communication. It's all about, ooh, let's see how she's going to be with speeches. Now, this is speeches on stage, but this is something with communication, like her writing something or her with technology and social media. It may not look good for her. Okay. She already has a Mars in Leo, which is very interesting. I never paid attention to that. Maybe during Leo season. But it's very interesting that she has a Mars in Leo already. So she already is like, I am here to be a leader. That girl was I am not to be a vice president. Anyway, but Mars in Leo in the third house is going to be reevaluating her communication, her strategies for communication, maybe her public messaging, or Leo does represent that self-expression. So maybe how she comes across to people, maybe that will be a change, or there will be a conflict with that. Misunderstandings with her campaign could be happening, or some conflicts with her campaign. Remember, revisiting. So maybe there's revisiting of past statements or past actions, fine-tuning a debate. This is the house of debating. Ooh, let's see if she gets into an argument or a debate or some type of verbal conflict with someone. Of course, we're dealing with Trump. Ooh, when is the debates? I don't know the date of the debate. Should I look that up real quick? Hold on, let me see. That would be great to know. Debate, presidential debate. Presidential debate 2024. Says 2 hours ago. Here is what we know. New York Times. New York Times gets on my nerves. Okay, you got to pay to see. Okay, let me see. Presidential debate is going to happen. It just says what time. What date is it going to happen? This is annoying me. What channel? It tells me what channel. It does not give me a date. Am I not reading how to watch a presidential debate between Trump and Harris? Let me put when is the debate? When date for debate presidential debate. Here we go. Let's see. Will it give us a date? Drum roll 24. Oh my gosh. What did I get myself into? September 10th. Debate between President Donald Trump and Vice President Kamala Harris will be September 10th. So that won't be fun because I ain't got nothing to do with what we're talking about here. However, what will be interesting is the eclipse that is supposed to happen September 17th. That is the next video. Okay, so subscribe for that. Anyway, back to Miss Kamala. And I'll pull up and see what she's doing on the 17th. But right now we're talking about Mars retrograde. So stay focused, Danyell. Increased focus on media and public relations could be happening. Reflecting on local campaign and promises and policies that she has. If you hear anything in the background, my son is doing dishes, but I don't know if you can hear that. But I will advise him to keep it down. December 31st is when we have the next thing for her. December 31st is actually when we have the first thing for her. And do we need to do it on an exact day? Okay. So Mars in the third house is basically what we're going to get. A lot of redefining of her campaign, of her speeches, of what she's saying, her social media, debates and arguments. That's what we're going to get from Ms. Kamala as a whole, right? Now, when it enters, when it gets around this 1 degree, it will be opposing, first of all, Pluto. That's for everyone. Get ready for the power struggles to be. This could be a mystery too, but there's some healing. There's something deep, and this is something dealing with the group. Also, this could be dealing with technology. I talked about Mark Zuckerberg giving that letter and, the corrupt system of social media. That could be affecting her, not necessarily because I don't see it hitting any of her planets. However, now this Mars in Leo is going to square her Mercury. Ooh, actually, this will affect her in a big way. Hold up, y'all. I'm just now catching this. Wait a minute. Pluto in Aquarius is going to be opposing Mars. This is power struggles, okay? And Aquarius could represent Kamala, right? Kamala always represents Aquarius. Obama represents Aquarius to me because they are different, right? They are the first of their time to do something like a female, even Indian female. Forget just the black part. Just her being an Indian running or being vice president is so different for American, right? And not Native American Indian. You're talking about Indian, okay? Just for the people who, my kids are always like, why are you saying Indian? I'm sorry, it's from my upbringing. It's ignorant, okay? But That's what I'm saying. So she is the first of the first. Obama, the first of the first. Okay, so there's that. Now, and then they always refer to people of the cause. Aquarius is like humanitarian. I don't really get that from Kamala. That's my personal opinion. But okay, whatever. Power struggles with her being a leader. It's not working with what she's saying. Ooh, and this is dealing with her work ethic. This is dealing with something dealing with work ethic, sixth house and presidency. I would think that this is dealing with something that needs to clear out, something that needs to be very efficient in her words. So let's see how this play out. This is not a crucial degree. This is a first degree, but it will be rushed. Communication conflicts, potential misunderstandings, tension in her daily campaign and operations, reevaluating her communication, potential for mistrust and strategic missteps. This is going to be really big in a communication aspect because the third house is in the communication. This is communication. This is also communication. So let's see how around December 23rd. This could be leading up before. So let's say around Christmas until the 31st. Increased scrutiny from social media or her opponents with social media. Health and stress management concern also too, okay? Especially with this. This is also dealing with health, the sixth house placement, okay? Now, June 10th. Let's see what we have for June 10th for her. Okay, June 10th, this is actually a quincunx, right? So Mars is now quincunx Saturn, okay? Okay, so Saturn, again, I told you it's the structure, it's rules, it's not structure, it's not rules. It is structure, but it is challenges and lessons. Okay, so now her trying to achieve things is going to bring some challenges and is going to make her uncomfortable. Okay, these are things that we shouldn't be hidden. This is also dealing with her resources. Okay, resources from America, because Cancer could represent America, or her home, or her legacy, or her past. Okay, tensions between her emotional reactions and rational planning, challenges in balancing personal security and social responsibilities, reevaluating her leadership style and her approach to authority, adjustment needed in approaching her goals and responsibilities. Now, this is publishing, this is on stage, kind of on stage, it's kind of easing into the stage, right? But this is around the world and a lot of people can see it. And there's some uncomfortable tensions with her achieving things, especially when it comes to finances, okay? So let's see how her responsibilities and frustrations, how it might be misaligned, okay? Learning patience and emotional discipline, okay? Now on the 11th, Cancer is going to, okay, the Mars in Cancer is going to square her sun, okay? Her achieving things, not going to be good, especially when it comes to the finances and what she thinks valuable. This is the fifth house of leadership. Maybe things are not looking so great for her, even though this is around Inauguration Day, and I've already done a video on her during Inauguration Day. I think I said Kamala will be president. I don't know what the title is, but check that out. But there is something squaring her ego. Okay. Squaring means challenge. There is a challenge with her ego, like emotional reactions in a public image. Are people like, nah, we fighting against you? There's war against you, challenges and I don't want to say public speaking because these are so connected. So something thinking and how she's achieving things is not working with how she's trying to get it. Okay. What else do I have? Leadership style and campaign strategies, issues. Conflict with her allies because that is Libra. Oh, I wonder if the vice president, are they going to conflict with achieving things for what they value. Okay. But look out for that day. There's some vulnerability here. There's a challenge here, and there's some lack of harmony and maybe some aggression here. And maybe it's not being done like in your face because we're dealing with that Cancer retrograding. Now, also on the 11th, let me see. Mars in Cancer is in her second house. Is going to also, oh yeah, she's born on a full moon, people. She's born on an Aries full moon. Very intense energy, right? But so it's also going to square her emotions and her home, something with her group, aka her party, which could be the Democrats. Emotionally, she feels insecure and she's lacking there. Let's see what that plays out. That is on the 11th. So let's look at that starting January 7th. Okay. But the inauguration day is on the 15th. After inauguration day, she does have some positivity. Mars is going to actually sextile her moon, so she is going to feel a little bit more positive there. Why do I have that on the 19th? Mars in Cancer. Oh, it's going to sextile her Jupiter. So that's very optimistic. Jupiter is expansive. It's the good luck planet. That works, but we won't see what happened here because the 12th house is about secrets. So let me see what else we have. Yeah, just a bunch of other sextiles. Sextiles mean that it's positive, but it may not, if she's not working hard. I mean, I think she'll be working hard, but on February 11th, Mars is going to sextile her Venus and support. So she may be getting some more money and more support at that time. But yeah, so that is what we have for Kamala. I would say mostly around January 11th. And, I told you around January 11th, actually, let me go back to the 15th here. I told you these two things are conjunct on the 15th, and this is what? Oh yeah. This is next year. I'm like, wait, what? Why am I confused? These two things are conjunct. So I feel like leading up to the election, there is going to be like a rebellion. Something is going to happen here. So let's see how that plays out with the inauguration day. Okay. But that is what we have for Kamala. Something I think December 31st, no bueno. January 10th, no bueno. January 11th. So it looks like towards the end of December and mid January, it doesn't look good for her. Not saying that she's not going to win, because I feel like she will win. There's a lot of support here. And Saturn in this house means that there's more responsibilities in being in your career and your job. So I do think it's very optimistic. Jupiter in that first house, very optimistic. I'm telling you right now, I would want this. Okay. Put this in my chart right now. There are some secrets. There's some delusions happening here. Delusions. I always say, am I saying that right? There's some illusions happening here. Some secrets, some chaos. There is some protesting happening too. Her open enemy is very positive for her, or maybe they are really part of her personality, really part of the image of what she has. That could be happening. Anyway, but overall, I still think she looks like she's the best candidate. Not saying me personally of what I want to vote for, but in astrological wise, I think it looks good for her. Okay, so now let's get into the Trump, and let me take some more tea. Okay, and we're going to get into Donald Trump's chart. Did I sip in the thing again, you guys? So here is the Trumpster, right? Oh, actually, before I do that, let me pull a card for her. Let's see what we have for Mars. Remember, Mars also she's supposed to be, she's vice president. Okay. So she still should be working. I don't know if she's working or not. I mean, because running for I don't know how you can do both. I mean, I couldn't do both because I want to focus on being the best. What's going on? Are you leaving? Cash, did you close that window? Do that, because I always have a and then put that bar thing down. Up there. Okay, but it's close. All right, you put that bar down now. Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, all right. Sorry about that. Okay, let me pull a card on Kamala. Thank you guys for staying and watching. Okay, again, we have things are looking great for her. She looks like she's getting a lot of love, a lot of compassion. Okay, let's see what else we have for her. I'll pull out a few cards. Okay, a few cards so we can get into the details. Okay, so looks positive. Looks like she's going to lose something. There is some grief. She's focused on what she doesn't have and not what she does have. That's not positive. But a lot of love. There is patience and persevering. Looks like things are going to be moving slow, but her cup is running over with new opportunities in love and partnerships. I'm curious. Let me pull a card on what she is going to. Ooh, she's walking away for something that no longer serves her. Let's see what this Mars in Leo is going to represent, or this Mars in Cancer. She's walking away. She's looking sad at what she doesn't have. This also is a card of grief and loss. And she's walking away from what no longer serves her emotionally too. Okay. Let's see how that plays out for her. Ooh, I can't wait to see how that turns out for her. Okay. We'll set this aside because we'll see what Trump is going to get. Okay. So now let's get into Trump and his astrology, and then we'll get into the horoscopes. Okay, real fast. I'm gonna do these horoscopes. I'm sorry, I always do the horoscopes fast, but I am hungry now. Okay, so let's get into Trump. Now, Trump, Mars is going to retrograde in his first house. Okay, and you see it goes back into his second house. But let's go to when it retrogrades, which it goes into 6 degrees is when it starts retrograding. Mars in his first house. This is a big deal for him. Okay. When I was breaking this down, I was thinking like this is going to affect him more than it will affect Kamala. I mean, Kamala's resources and finances and her communication. Sure, that's a big deal. This is his self. This is him. The first house is all about you. Okay. So this is going to affect him himself. Okay. Fluctuations in energy. He may not feel motivated. He may lack energy. Public image challenges. This is going to be a problem of people questioning, and I wonder if this is going to be the leader we will. And I'm saying just people who support Trump. I try to be very neutral, and so you can understand the information, okay, of everything, okay. But the public image challenge may be challenging him, revisiting past actions and statements, potential conflicts and confrontations. Sure, he's a Leo rising, and remember, this is going to retrograde and dip back into the 12th house. But yeah, his ascendant is down here, but this still is his first house. Focus on self and reflection. He may reassess his campaign or his campaign strategy. That is all about Trump. Public perception is going to be a big issue. Okay. And his energy level, he may have an energy level. This also could represent the heart too. I do want you to understand. This is out of here around December 12th. Now this was in his house of health. So that's out of there. And if he still doesn't have any health issues and everything's fine, which check out my previous videos for that, then this is more about like his enemies, and his enemies are having some power and a lot of support. Which is Kamala. Kamala, again, to me, represents Aquarius, and now she got some power, and she's very secretive, and yeah, and there's support here as this is retrograding for him in his house. So it doesn't look good for Kamala. I mean, for Trump in that regards. Okay, so let me go to the December 18th. Okay, and they have different dates because they have different natal charts. Okay, so not all things, the dates that affect Kamala are going to affect Trump. But on the 18th, we have this is somewhat positive. This is a sextile, right? So Mars is going to sextile his Neptune. And this is a little bit touching these things too, which is his north node, which is what he's supposed to achieve, and his ego and his drive. So there may be some drive and maybe some energy, some unexpected things happening there, and maybe even something with the internet and social media and his party and communicating that. That's very positive for him that day. However, it's sextile. He has to really work on it. Now on the 19th, though, also we have it that it's squaring his MC, and the MC is like the work, him being on stage, who he is, what we see him as, and conflict with his between his personal drive and desires and his professional goals. Okay, things that he wants to achieve, all of a sudden it's not working for his business and his career. Potential for career setbacks or frustrations. Reassessing professional direction and public image. Need to for patience and strategic action. Managing his impulsivity, because that Mars retrograding can make him like do without thinking. We already know how he does, right? And avoiding conflict, a lot of conflicts too. regarding his work. So let's see how that plays out. Again, not good. Now, for everyone, January 2nd, we have this opposition here. Let me see how it looks for him because I had noticed it. The opposition is here. That January 2nd. I don't see it hitting anything for him. I mean, it is still squaring his career a little bit. And then that means this is squaring too. Yeah, and this is his open enemy is squaring his challenge. So I think Kamala is doing great around this time in regards to her competition, not in regards to her personally. Okay, that might be a different story. So be ready for that now. This opposing in that 7th house is intense power struggles and conflicts. Yeah, he can't see eye to eye at all with his open enemy. Okay, maybe there is some hidden conflicts here that could be happening too. Something that's a mystery because Pluto is sometimes a mystery. Now, this is going to go in his 12th house. And now this is when things get a little suspicious. As I say, I was very suspicious of politics and politicians and government and people who have power, and now we have it in this 12th house. Okay, so when Mars hits his 12th house, that means things are hidden. Okay, hidden drives, hidden motives. Okay, I've discussed this already in a previous yesterday's video, so we already have that happening now on the 2nd. No, I already said that on the 16th. I just feel like there's hidden things here. This also could represent as it support and it's like a secret love affair could happen. Okay, or and this is repeating, so like maybe someone will leak something of a secret love affair that could be happening here. But on the 16th also, when it conjunct Venus his 2nd time, okay, also his Venus is conjunct a fixed star. So his Venus is not just a Venus, like everyone's Venus is just a Venus. So Venus in Cancer is loving and sensitive. No, his is conjunct a fixed star called Procyon, Proc, Yon. Okay, there's violence here. This is not a good fixed star to be connected to, and this fixed star far as like support and love conjunct that Venus is violent, and not saying that he's violent. This could be a secret enemy that could be violent towards him. Again, I've said in previous videos that this 12th house also represents endings. This could be an attack on him. I don't think it's necessarily on him, but it's maybe America. Cancer does represent America to me. But there's something of an attack, something with violence. Okay. Also, this represents occult, this Venus, occult, and also occult politics. Okay. So all, could be negative. Just so you know, this is not a positive thing. This also represents sudden disaster too, and he's attracting it because Venus is what you naturally attract. Okay, so intense inner reflection, emotional restraint, confronting hidden fears or limitations, discipline and hard work and behind the scenes activity, secret or hidden relationships or desires, which I was saying earlier, intense focus on spirituality and healing, yada yada yada. I don't think that's it. I think there's some frustration and some isolation that could be happening here, or some secret. Mars is the attack. So a secret enemy is attacking him, and he's naturally attracting it through his support. This is also an ending of a cycle. And I'm just going to say that because I said it enough in the last video. An ending of something, an ending of, could be him. I don't know. But this also could be because we're retrograding. So revisiting some past relationships or revisiting hidden desires. That old lover that he had, it was secret. Maybe that's coming out, but it's a secret. We may not see it. Okay. Deep emotional healing, releasing old patterns. What else do we have? Uncovering hidden things. It's not uncovering. So take that back. Just some secret stuff. Now, Venus also represents our finances, right? So financial matters and the self-worth. There is some drive to achieve it. Conjunctions are good and bad. So this is strong, and it could be good or bad. Whatever it is, we may not see it. And if we do see it, that means it's the ending of it. Okay. So that basically is what that means. Now, on the 21st of January, Oh, these are in a week. So we'll just do it here. So on the 21st of January, Cancer, Mars in Cancer is going to conjunct Saturn. Now, this here is the bigger doozy, because Saturn is a bigger planet and it's malefic, meaning it's negative, it's doom, 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 doom. And when you have it, Mars conjunct this, not only is it conjunct Saturn, the planet of doom, but it's also 23 degrees. It's also quincunx his moon. Okay, his moon is where he feels insecure and emotional about. Okay, so it's quincunx that, and he feels kind of insecure about being a leader. Just so y'all know, it's up in the chart. And this is also conjunct his South Node, which is something he should be releasing. Just so you know. Okay, so what I have this is confronting deep-seated fears and emotional restrictions, emotional and psychological reevaluation. Now, the quincunx is going to be an emotional adjustment, and he doesn't quite feel right. It feels very uncomfortable. Reevaluating boundaries, because Saturn represents boundaries with his emotions. Karmic lessons could be happening here. This is something that's constantly repeated, and he's also repeat this thing here too because it's retrograding. Okay, yeah, so that's what we have. And on the 30th, so far I haven't said positive aspects with Mars entering retrograding for him, have I? Let me see, let me check, because Kamala had some, didn't she have some positive ones? I think he had some sextiles, but sextiles not as, you want to see trines. Let me see. I don't see anything positive so far. Hold on. He had a sextile, he has a square, opposite, square, opposition, conjunctions could be good or bad. Quincunx. Yeah, so far Mars retrograding in the sign Leo and Cancer is not working for him. Mars on the 30th, I already said that, right? It's going to quincunx his South Node. Yeah, I discussed that. Releasing something and he's not releasing it. What is he? The power struggle. Maybe the enemy is not releasing it, though. The secret enemy is not releasing something from his past. That could be happening, and we may not see it. Now, on the 11th of February, which is the last aspect of Trump, Mars retrograding, we have, I'll do it on the 13th, right? And we have that it's going to square his Jupiter. Now, this is a positive planet, so this may not be necessarily bad. Mars, again, is going to be moving in a secretive way because we can't see it. It's also retrograding, but we can't see what's going on in that 12th house, just so you know. Hidden things, secrets, mystery. Not mystery, this is more mystery, but because a mystery you can solve. So that's the difference between the mysteries in the 8th house versus the secrets in the 12th house. We may not ever find out what's happening here. But yes, but now it's going to square Jupiter. Squaring is not necessarily, when it's Jupiter, not necessarily negative, but it could be doing too much. Okay, like too harmonious, because we're dealing with Libra. Okay, yeah, maybe something big with law. Maybe he's overconfident, impulsive, needs a balance between being assertive and being diplomatic. Is that Trump? I don't think so. Opportunity. But lately he has been listening to someone, and it's coming off of more diplomatic, because I think the people who are really supporting Trump are mad because of the abortion thing, and he's being more diplomatic with it. So that could be a thing. Opportunities for personal relationship growth through conflict. There is some conflict, though. Reevaluation beliefs and actions in relationships. Okay, because there is something. Or this also could be representing JD Vance, because this also represents his partner in crime. Okay, or his wife. But I feel like she's obsolete to this thing. Let me just pull it back to voting. First of all, I did talk about him inauguration. For him to have Mars in the house of secrets, this is doesn't make sense to me, because if you are running for president, this Mars, why is it hidden? Why are you in isolation? Also, could be representing hospitals too, just for you guys to know. Also, unexpected things here, like this could be social media with his career, but there's nothing else. He's not on January 15th, inauguration day, he's not giving extra work like Kamala. Kamala is giving Saturn some extra work, some extra responsibilities. He's got some unexpected things happening to him. This also is the planet that got him shot. because it was next to Algol, the fixed sign. So this is not looking good for as being president January 15th. I know it says the 16th, but it's just the next day over. But there is optimism far as like his party or a group. However, not as being a leader. Okay. Also, this represents leadership, and Jupiter is sitting in his party, but not sitting in the platform of the world. I mean, this could represent, because leadership is in the house of his party, a group. There could be some type of positivity in running for president here, and expecting some unexpected surprises that could happen. Sure. I'm telling you what it means. I'm not telling you if it's a yes or no. I already told you what I thought my opinion of it is, but this is inauguration day, and I want to pull back. Mars retrograding still here. That's the whole point of this, right? Let me pull back on election day, which is, we'll do, see, the election period, like how long does it last? Doesn't it last 7 days? I don't know elections anymore. But Mars is aggressive in that first house. So election day, we are dealing with some, it's not retrograding, but it's in the post retrograde. But we are dealing with some, he is still trying to achieve some stuff here during election day. It is starting to oppose, though. This Pluto a power of health. Be ready, because he has some health here. This could also represent an old man. He is an old man, Capricorn, or the establishment here. But this is the house of health. Okay, a lot of support, a lot of love in his health, and his co-workers or people he's working with. That is happening. That is a crucial degree too there. Just so you know, and that's on the 11th. So there is some support from the government regarding his health, or there is some support from a structure, from a corporation, or some finances regarding some work here. Okay, so we do have that. That's what we have for Trump. Let me pull, let me see. Yeah, let me pull his tarot for him. And let's see what we have. You see that I cut his arm off? I was being lazy when picking this picture. Okay. Do you see these circles here? Lazy deleting that too. Pointing out all the faults. But we're going to pull some cards for Trump. Okay. We got 3 cards for Trump. He's going to keep persevering. He's going to keep moving, and he's not going to be looking back. Okay. He might be having some decisions that he has to make, but you know, he doesn't care. He's going to use his intuition, which is great. This is also emotional. This is Cancer. This makes me think the Mars in Cancer might be a bigger deal than to him than anything. And that Mars in Cancer is that secret house. The Mars in Leo may not be as big as a Cancer. Again, we have the moon, and the moon is when it's dark. What happens in the dark? There's some fear. There's some insecurity here. Very dark energy emotionally. The moon also is the ruler of Cancer. And also makes me think of the eclipse that's coming up. Also makes me think of the full moons that I did discuss earlier. So let's see how that affects him. Actually, let me tell you the dates of that again. Full moon. Let me see. It was 2 full moons. Yeah, there's a full moon in Cancer, January 13th. Full moon in Cancer. That is a few days before the inauguration. That could be affecting him. This is what the cards are saying, because this is a moon in Cancer. Okay, literally. New moon in Aquarius, January 29th, but will be past the inauguration day. And on the 12th is a full moon in Leo. So we do have that happening for him. And it looks like he's moving on to a different life. Okay, not different life physically, but he's transitioning. And he has to get some healing. He's transitioning, and there is some healing. This is completely different from Kamala's cards. This is someone who is dealing with a lot of emotions, a lot of negativities, but at the end, he has to leave, okay? And he has to separate himself and go on another journey, not a new journey, but just separate from the negativity of what we have here, okay? Let me know what kind of reading you want me to do, because I can do that for celebrities, or for the politicians. Okay. I think I will do that actually, and put that up so we can do that. Okay. So now we are going to do that. Is what we have for our politicians. Let's get on to the horoscopes. I need to make those intros a little bit longer, okay? So we can do our horoscopes. Now, just so you know, I do the same same thing every time. If you're new here, I'll do it again for you. But look at your rising sign that's more accurate to you. If you don't know your rising sign, go ahead and look at your sun sign. That works because that talks about what you're achieving. We are dealing with Mars in retrograde, so go ahead and check out what the physical things you're trying to achieve. That is the sun sign. And check your moon because you're dealing with, and this is important too because Mars is going to retrograde in Cancer. So I would check your moon sign too because that is going to deal with what you're going to deal with emotionally. Okay. Now, yes, let's start with our Aries. Okay, Aries, reassessing your creativity in your home life because this is going to be Mars is going to retrograde in your fifth and fourth house. Okay, fifth house, creativity, romance, personal passionate projects may all face a delay and frustrations. Children, old flames. Unresolved creative blocks may resurface. Mars in Cancer is in that fourth house, so home matters, arguing with your mom, arguing with people in your family or at your home, all that, something from the past, or maybe some delays if you're working at home. Okay. Reflect on what brings you joy and comfort. Now, oh, wait, let me pull some cards for Aries. Hold on. Let me mix this up really good. What time is it? I'm making good time, you guys. Let me pull this again. Remember to check your sun, moon, and rising, okay? And bam. Aries. The Judgment card. This is pretty deep here, okay? This is what are you meant to do. Now, don't do it while it's retrograding. You want to plan. But what is your true calling? This is God saying you are meant to do something here. And what is your true calling? What is your true calling? Especially with that um, fifth house energy. What is your true calling? There needs to be an awakening, okay? And it's very deep, okay? Don't let that just pass by you. Pay attention to that, okay? All right, let's do Taurus. Now Mars is going to retrograde in your fourth and third house, okay? Communication and family dynamics. That's going to play a big part. So maybe there's some communication delays, something with sibling that's going to, or a neighbor or your community, frustrations with that, okay? Tensions may arise again in a home with your family, in a home of projects, mom, women, all that where you feel safe. Maybe be patient in communication and avoid impulsive decisions regarding your home and family. Focus on resolving past issues, okay, and misunderstandings with loved ones. You have the World card, okay? There is a closure happening for you, maybe a closure in a relationship, maybe a closure with something at home. This is also Saturn, and Saturn represents challenges and lessons. So be aware of that. But there's also a combination. This will also be dealing with the world too, the World Wide Web. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Gemini's third and second house, Mars is going to retrograde in a sign Leo in your third house. Okay, so misunderstandings, a lot of conflict with communication, a lot of delays with communication. Be aware of that. Okay, rethinking finances now is when Mars enters Cancer and retrogrades in that second house. Financial challenges and self worth may arise, a period of doubting or delays with finances. Okay, be aware of that. Focus on refining your communication skills and being clear in your messaging. Reassess your financial strategies. Avoid impulse spending and work on building self esteem. There's a lot of load, a heavy load for you, Geminis. This is the end of the cycle, though, the end of the problem, but you got a lot of weight to carry. Okay, but just know you're almost at the end. Okay, also, too, don't be a bag lady. Bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging on them. Okay, you get the message. All right, see you next time. Bye. Okay, Cancers. This is Mercury is going to retrograde in a sign Leo in your second house, the second house of finances. So reassess your finances. Look at your spending habits. Now, this is Mars and Leo mean you spending a lot of money, okay? You being really gaudy with the taste, okay? Financial delays, challenges may push back. You may think more carefully. There might be some conflicts with your finances, okay? Be aware of that. Mars and Cancer retrograding in that first house of self. Cancer affects your sense of self and how you assert yourself in the world. Energy levels real low at this time. It's okay. Rest, okay? Use your intuition. Focus on your inner growth and reestablish a sense of financial and emotional security. Now we have faith. This is a major arcana, you guys. Have faith, be not optimistic. I wouldn't say that, but you need to have faith. You need to believe in your hopes and dreams. Okay. Also, this could be dealing with a little bit of internet and communication. Communication is key for you. But I would say that first house energy, this is all about focusing on your future and your hopes and dreams, and to have faith in God, faith in humanity. Okay. I will see you next time. Bye. Okay, Leos, Mars is going to retrograde in the sign Leo in your first house. Makes sense, right? You're Leo rising or Leo sun. Now, the retrograde is very personal for a Leo, right? Impacting your self-expression. Leo is all about the self, okay? It's impacting your physical energy and your confidence. You may have some delays on some personal goals. Patience with the Mars retrograding. Now, when it retrogrades in your 12th house, again, mister, you like Trump, okay? Things are hidden. Things are dealing with isolations. Maybe there's some hidden fears, some subconscious patterns, unresolved past issues may come up to the surface. This is a period to have some deep emotional, spiritual healing. This is a time to connect with God, especially with Cancer energy. Focus on self-reflection, understanding deeper motivations, and healing old wounds. Reassess how you assess yourself or search yourself and how you want to be seen by others. Avoid pushing too hard in immediate results, especially in that first house. Mars and Leo in that first house could get a little bit, aggressive. Okay. Now, what do we have for you guys? We have, there's some lies and deceit. That is that 12th house. When Mars enters Cancer, be careful of the delusions of thievery, of people stealing and deceit, especially when it comes to words and thinking processing. Okay. Be aware of that. It sounds like it's Mercury, but it's going to happen for you. Be aware of the disillusionment. I keep saying that word and I don't like it. Be aware of the illusions and the chaos and looking at things, achieving things in a rose-colored lens. That's what that 12th house does. But there's some sneakiness happening and some secrets happening. Always use your intuition. All right. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Virgos, we have Mars in Leo retrograding in your 12th house, and that's going to be subconscious fears. Patterns may emerge, prompting time to introspection and healing. You may be feeling withdrawn. You may be feeling like you're isolated and alone, or you're pursuing things in secret. There's hidden motives, okay? Especially when it's trying to achieve things that are dealing with the self and your confidence. Mars in Cancer is going to retrograde in the 11th house. So conflicts with friends, conflict with the team, conflict with your hopes and dreams, having a fight on the internet, that could happen. Okay. Reassess your social circle or your long-term goals. Use this time for self-care and reflection and focus on personal growth. Maybe you got to reevaluate your friendships. Do that, or your networks, who's supporting you. Now, this is someone who's very boastful. This is also the card of make a wish. So make a wish. Okay. Now that you made your wish, be careful of like boasting for everything. That could be causing a conflict in that 12th house or with the friendships. Okay. Be aware of like, look, I got it all. Look at me. Just be aware of that. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Libras, this is going to happen in your 11th and 10th house. Mars will retrograde first in the 11th house in a sign Leo. That is friendships, social networks, teams, technology, social media, navigating. You trying to drive somewhere and navigation or travel somewhere and it's not working. Be careful of the delays with that, with flying, okay? Especially with flying. Mars retrograde in Cancer in that 10th house, that's about your career. Maybe you work from home, public image, authority issues may need careful handling. You're very emotional with your career, okay? Delays and challenges, professional matters can prompt you to reevaluate your career path. Think long-term for your aspirations, reevaluate your social connections, avoid power struggles, emotional power struggles as well. Some people might be not releasing the past. This is a great card. There's progress and movement. With Mars retrograding, there will be progress and movement for you. Good card for you guys. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Scorpios, this is for you. Your career and ambition and belief system is going to be reevaluated because Mars is going to retrograde in the sign Leo. That's the 10th house of career. Your reputation, your ambitions, your professional ambitions, dealings with authority figures may have some setbacks. This may be a time to reassess your career strategies and how you assert yourself on your professional life. Now, Mars retrograding in the sign Cancer is going to happen in the 9th house. This is when you may be your belief system. You may be like, let's switch it up. Okay. Higher education. Maybe you're going to try to achieve things in a higher learning. Maybe there's delays in getting in that university or some setbacks with that. Okay. Challenges may arise. Legal matters too. Traveling could be a delay too. Maybe traveling with your mom, traveling with your home. You know how, I don't know how people travel with their home, but people who drive those vans, that could be a thing too. Advice: focus on aligning your career path with your true values and ambitions. Reflect on your beliefs and consider new perspectives that can broaden your horizons. This is someone who's giving and receiving. You want to practice balancing that, giving and receiving. Don't just take, you need to give. And also, when someone is giving you something, be open to receiving. And that could be advice, that could be anything. That's just not a tangible thing. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Sagittarius, this is me. I am a Sagittarius rising, proud of it. I am also a Scorpio moon and a Cancer sun, just so you know, for all the people who are nosy, because I'm nosy. Anyway, but exploring your beliefs and deep connections, emotional connections. This is Mars is going to retrograde in the sign Leo in your 9th house. This is all about higher learning, long distance travel, your philosophical beliefs. All that is going to be action driven and there's going to be delays with it. So be aware of that. Now, Mars is going to retrograde in the sign Cancer. This is where it gets a little bit deeper. Okay. In that 8th house, this also could be dealing with some shared resources, things that are very secretive, things that are very mysterious. This also is dealing with intimacy. What else do we have? All that could be facing a challenge. This period brings fears related to trust, vulnerability, or financial matters as well. Reevaluate what you believe and why. Maybe you want to consider a different type of higher education or a world travel or traveling somewhere or things that are beyond your world. Okay. Reevaluate those and your resources and your relationships. Maybe the shared resources need to change. Seek deeper emotional understanding and avoid power struggles. This Mars in Cancer in that 8th house may seek you to have therapy or some psychological healing. That 8th house also is transformation too. Okay. Let's see what we have. We have the delusions. Okay. Too many options, too many choices, your cloudy judgment. Use your intuition. Cloudy judgment. Can't see what's going on. Too many options. Cloudy judgment. What do? Use your intuition. That ninth house of philosophy. What is God telling you? Okay. Forget the philosophy. Like, I don't believe that anymore. But what is your soul? What is your spirit? What is your intuition? What is God trying to tell you? Okay. Also in that 8th house of secrets, also your intuition. All right. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Capricorns. Hello, Capricorns. Mars is retrograding in your 8th and 7th house. Mars is going to retrograde in the 8th house in the sign of Leo. This is a deep house. There's intimacy, shared resources, issues related to trust, things that are very taboo. I'm talking about taboo like prostitutes or trash, literally trash. Okay. But there's transformation here. Or maybe there's some delays in psychological healing or a delay in some type of transformation. Old fears or financial matters could resurface. It's in the sign Leo. So it's about the self and your self-expression, or maybe a leader or something involved with this. Now, a romance lover, okay? Sharing financial things with a romance lover could happen, okay? Mars in Cancer is going to be in that 7th house. This is about partnerships as well, right? Both personal and professional, any type of partnership. If you got a partnership with you getting your car done, if you're mirroring the behavior or something, this is also dealing with law. So be aware of that. Conflict with past relationships. Issues may come up because we are dealing with a retrograde. Focus on focus on deepening trust and emotional connections while being mindful of shared resources. Reflect on what you need from your partnership and how you can create more balanced life. Now, the card for you is using your intuition. using your emotional intuition. The intuition is big for everyone, but this one is big for you, Capricorns. Okay. Now you're earth sign, so you're like, I don't believe in the stuff that I cannot see. But God is telling you, especially with that Mars in Cancer, when it deals with relationship, you need to be spiritually wise. Okay, read the Bible if you believe in the Bible. Whatever brings your spiritual wisdom, you need to practice that. Okay, I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Aquarius. Now, Mars is going to retrograde in your seventh house first. Okay, and that's dealing with relationships. That's dealing with one-on-one partnerships. That's dealing with law. That's dealing with harmony. Oh, this could be dealing with some aesthetics, girl. If you're trying to fix yourself up or fix something up and making it gaudy, it could be too gaudy. Okay. Also art. Be aware of that. Okay. You may be reassessing or there's some delays with that. Now Mars is going to retrograde in the sixth house. Now this is health. You may be feeling tired. Okay. Especially at home when you're at home. Health, daily routines, work habits may come under review as well. There could be a need to reassess your approach to wellness and productivity. Are you working out? What are you eating? This could also be affecting that breast area too. Okay. Focus on fostering healthy and balanced relationships. Take the time to develop a routine and support your well-being. Avoid overcommitting and prioritizing self-care. Now, the card we have for you is the Queen of Machetes. This is someone who needs to speak up. They need to seek clarity with compassion. So speak with love, speak out of compassion. At the same time, use your intuition when saying certain things. If you're like, I feel like saying this, then say it. Okay. Now, the Queen is where people go for nurturing. So you need to be very nurturing and compassionate. At the same time, the Machetes is dealing with the mental, it's dealing with the truth, it's dealing with clarity, it's dealing with logic. Okay. So be very logical while Mars is pursuing the relationships, was retrograding in that. You want to be very logical and at the same time being compassionate. When it goes into Cancer and is dealing with your health, you want to do the research and still practice self-love. Okay. I will see you guys next time. Bye. Okay, Pisces. Now, this is going to be in your sixth and fifth house. Mars is retrograding in the sign Leo. The sixth house, this is dealing with health, work. This also could be dealing with pets. If you are someone who's dealing with pets, this could be someone who's a healer or healing services, someone who is sacrificing something to heal others. What else? Nurses too. Daily habits you may need to refine. Again, eating, healthy, routine, pets. Okay, you may experience delays. Oh, this is also coworkers. Work. Okay, maybe there's some delays in that, and there's conflicts at work. Ooh, we be careful with that. Okay, just you woosah, woosah. Go in the bathroom and count to 10. I hope I didn't yell that. I'm sorry. Go in the bathroom and count to 10. Okay, while you are at work, anytime there is a conflict or you think it's about to arise, you take your time. Do not move fast. Even if they say, Danyell, where are you going? But like, do the church hand. Anyone know about this? Is this just me? Do the, and they be like, huh? What? Go woosah for 10, not 10 minutes, 10 seconds. Here's something positive. Then come out and be like, oh, I don't know. Whatever the conflict, do not send them emails too. Anyway, Mars in Cancer is going to be in that fifth house. So creative projects, romance, activities involving children may face challenges or require a new approach. If you are a mom, especially Mars in Cancer in that fifth house, be patient. Do not fight with your kids, okay? Because this could be happening here. The aggression with kids, creative blocks or past romance could be an issue here too. Delays with something with your child, it could be happening too, okay? This also is a house of fertility. Are you meant to be a mom and now there is a delay with you being a mom or fertility? Patience with that, okay? Focus on developing healthier routines and work habits that support your overall well-being. Reconnect with your creative passions. If you are frustrated at all in a romance or with fertility, know that is in God's hands, okay? Release it to God, okay? Let me have the card for you. And this is someone who's about to start the research. Oh, I didn't pull the card for, did I pull a card for Aquarius? I don't think I did. Did I? I don't know. I'll pull it again, okay? But this is for all my Pisces, okay? Page of Machetes, okay? There could be a message coming your way, and it's someone who is an air sign. Also, this could be a child who is an air sign. We're dealing with that fifth house here. This could be a young person who is an air sign, and air signs are Aquarius, air signs are Libras and Geminis. Okay, is there another air sign that I'm missing? Aquarius, Libras, Geminis. Okay, sometimes I have to look at the chart because sometimes I forget. Libras, Aquarius. I didn't forget Gemini. I did good. Okay. Anyway, a young air sign, you could be dealing with this person. This could be the focus of that Mars in Cancer when it retrogrades. Okay. Or this could be you starting to research some clarity here. You're starting to say, you know what? I'm going to research my health. I'm going to start this. Definitely, this is a card of researching the health because this is an earth energy and an air energy. So, earth meaning like I'm going to start my routine. I'm going to start the health. I'm going to start focusing on tangible things. At the same time, I'm going to research it and know the truth about it. And this is the starting of it, okay? This also is a message that could become your way in regards to the truth and clarity. This also, lastly, could be a person who is young, who is an air sign, okay? Focus on healthier routines. Focus on the truth, okay? And yeah, let me pull something again for the Aquarius. Aquarius, this is bonus to you because I don't know if I pulled a card for you, Aquarius. Okay. This card here, this is special to all Aquarius. This is you are depending on a false structure that is no longer stable. Okay. Are you having a health routine? Are you visiting a doctor and it's not working? Are you in that relationship that is not a stable relationship? There's disruption here. Mars in retrograding is going to be really big for all my Aquarius. Okay. Be aware of that. There is a change here and you need to release and let God. Usually it's someone falling, there's thunder and they're falling and they're not clothed, but you want to let it just flow. Release and let God, okay? I'm sorry, Aquarius, if I didn't pull a card for you, but I hope that made it up. I hope you caught this and didn't leave right away. But thank you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. It's going to be about the eclipse. It won't be done tomorrow. It will be done the next day. So look out for me in not tomorrow, the next day. I will see you guys again next time. Bye.